Next, back to US, McVey, Kuniko, Yamada-san will present about now a really different title of the theme, Mamiya Rinzo の東韃地域紀行1809年報告を通じてアムール川を遡る Intelligence Journey up to the Amur, Mamiya Rinzo's observation in 1809. If you went to Japanese school, Mamiya Rinzo is the name everybody heard about that. And he is made a basic of Japanese map in this time, in the end of the Edo period. And Yamada-san's presentation include focusing about his observation. And maybe this is, again, actually rather focusing this area too, where Japan has always connected border to China, Russia, yeah, and especially this part, we are not clear yet, maybe. Now I gotta help, and this is an area very, very unclear what happens, and maybe still really we need to understand much more. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Please.
Thank you. Hi, good afternoon. I'm Kuniko Yamada McVey. Maybe you have already introduced me. Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to present this interesting manuscript that is part of our collection, Harvard Yenchin Library. And let me briefly introduce this Mamiya Rinzo, our protagonist and a navigator of the expedition of 1809. So Mamiya Rinzo was born into a peasant family in Hitachi province, today's Tsukuba in Ibaraki prefecture. But he was elevated to warrior class by adoption, and owing in part to his distinction as a student of mathematics and surveying. He was assigned to the shogunate administrative office in Ezo, which is Hokkaido, in 1800, where he became a student of Ino Tadataka, a renowned cartographer, and he learned Western scientific cartography. He also acquired Ainu languages and their customs very intently while he was in Ezo. In 1808, Matsuda Denjiro, he was in charge of Ezo Hokkaido at that time, and Mamiya were dispatched by the Tokugawa shogunate to survey northern Sakhalin, and they confirmed that Sakhalin was an island. Then next missions followed. Mamiya left Soya, which is northernmost part of Hokkaido, and sailed into the mouth of Amur River and reached Qin Chinese trading post called Delen, and returning to Soya in 1809. It was when Sakhalin began receiving increasing geopolitical and imperial attentions from Western and regional nations. Mamiya himself had experienced the Russian attack when he was stationed in Etorov Island in 1807. Because the nature of his expedition was sensitive and kept secret, Mamiya's oral reports were dictated in 1810 by his colleague Murakami Teisuke, with many color illustrations entitled Hokui Bunkai Yowa, which is the one document paired with this document I'm going to focus on, Tosatsu Chiho Kiko. So these two I'm going to refer to very often during the talk. And then their formal reports and map were delivered to the shogunal office in Edo in early 1811. And after this journey, Mamiya contributed to Ino's national map making, and also he traveled extensively for various assignments that were often related to the national security at the time, which is like espionage type of thing. Now, this is a collection, a book, a manuscript. This is, as you see, bound in stitch bound, Yotsumetoji, Japanese traditional bindings. And unfortunately, no provenance information, but accession stamp says that we acquired this book on November 9th, 1960. So most likely we acquired through the vendor in Japan. So let me show you the overview of this manuscript. I'm going into more detail later, so just to showing you the sort of overview. And according to, you're all familiar with Shin-Nihon Kotenseki Sougo database, 16 copies of the manuscript of Tosatsu Chiho Kiko are publicly located, including our copy, Habari Yenchin's copy. So let's compare what's these manuscripts just to for the sake of comparison, because manuscripts are very unique in has many its own characters. So Yenchin's copy is on the left, and middle one is Nigel, which is National Institute of Japanese Literature, and the right is Tsukuba University Library. And they are roughly the same size and same illustrations we can identify. All of them are digitized, so I could make comparison. So just one notable thing is that Yenchin's copy and Tsukuba's copy doesn't have previous owners' books collection library seal, but Nigel's has Mitsui Bunko. So these manuscript provenance or the past history often found very interesting. Now, this is a final page, Taibi. Both Nigel and Tsukuba copies, including these maps, as you see, while Yenchin's copy does not have this. And also, we assume these copies are made different time by some copier, but there is no statement of Okugaki, copier's statement. So we don't know when these manuscripts are copied from the original or who did that. So lots of mysteries. Now, National Archives of Japan, Kokuritsu Kobunshokan holds 3 official documents, including this document I'm talking about. And these are called Kenjobon, originally. So that was the not Naikaku Bunko, that was the Momijiyama Bunko of Edo Shogunate collection. So, and then this collection came to today's National Archives. So this manuscript, Kenjobon, are all combined in three groups, and all combined means the documents I'm going to share are combined in one group as a Mamiya's expedition record called Mamiya Rinzo 北蝦夷等見聞関係記録. So this is the official 内閣文庫 today's 公文書館 classification, and they combine these three documents in one group, and which makes sense because this is all about Mamiya's expedition of that time. So again, I will refer to these documents when I talk about our manuscript too. So. And also this Mamiya Rinzo 北蝦夷等見聞関係記録 which is documents related to Mamiya Rinzo's expedition in Saharin and other areas in 14 volumes and 7 sheets in total. They are designated today as 重要文化財 important cultural property in by Japanese government. And in fact, they complement each other in order to understand Mamiya Rinzo's extraordinary northern expedition of 1808-09. The quality of information and visual presentation are very high, since they are carefully produced exclusively for the top policymakers in the shogunate office. Again, they are top secret at that time. So now let's compare the first page, first part of this manuscript, our copy and National Archives copy, which was, now I say Kenjobon because this is official document. So it's visually, oh, by the way, the National Archives, Kenjobon is an accordion book. So it's not stitch bound like our manuscript. So it's like you can extend like scroll, extended. So that's one big difference. But also these are first page and the text are the same, but Kenjobon handwriting is clearly executed with great care and using space very generously, while Harvard manuscript seems written more casually and speedily with frequent use of katakana. And this is the ending part of this introductory part. And here, Kenjobon is dated 文化8年 Kano to Hitsuji, which is today's calendar, April 23rd of 1811. Harvard copy is dated 文化7年 Kanoe-uma, which is sometime after July 31 of 1810 in today's calendar. So clearly the dates are different. And Kenjobon omits rather important thing. Here is a Harvard copy has taken sign, which is a writer's note, made this note. But Kenjobon doesn't have this, so make it anonymized. But we know that this Kenjobon was created by, produced by, indeed, Murakami Teisuke, the same person who did original draft. And so Kenjobon has this table of contents, so we know that there are 3 volumes and each has own entry phrase, which volume 1 is report on the sailing trip from Soya to Ezo to Delen in Todas. And volume 2 is it's a report of Delen visit. And volume 3 is report on the return sailing from Delen to Caraft Island with supplements. Now, this is the first volume, first part of the first volume, again, make comparison, and it's clearly these authors author Mamiya Rinzo and Murakami Teisuke clearly noted on the beginning of the manuscript of Yenchin's manuscript, saying that Mamiya Rinzo orally reported while Murakami Teisuke dictated, wrote down this manuscript. So this is totally missing from the Kenjobon official edition. Then also this small entry phrase is also put into on the beginning of the text of each volume in Yenchin's art manuscript. Also, in the Hande, it also said that this is the place names are written in katakana. So that's the rule of this manuscript. So I made sort of yellow circle, and these are place name in Kenjobon. So you can see on the left, Harvard copy has a red mark in kagikakko, quotation mark, and some occasion there is some correction in katakana leading too. So clearly this is an early stage when place names are under determination, not finalized. Meanwhile, say like the left top one, Tonnai in Kenjobon has even a small note says Chimei under Tonnai. So there are more careful sort of creation of the document here in final edition. And this is a volume 3, the beginning part. And you can see their Harvard copies script looks like very tired. And just see. So basically, I just want to say is that this lighting on the left is almost like personal note-taking for writer's self to keep the note-taking, so he or she can keep using it. At the same time, you can see the red mark for the place name, which was consistent through the Harvard document, Harvard manuscript. So again, the stage of this draft is very much unfinished. Still, the text part is very much same as final edition too. So these are observations to make in this comparison. So now let's go to the let's go with Rinzo to Sakhalin. So his travel to Sakhalin and Eastern Tatar, which is Todas, East, that means Dakkan of Chinese names of that region. So Todas is came from that name. So he departed Soya in Ezo, Bunka Gonen, which is 1808, early September. Then he ended up staying in various parts of Sakhalin Island because of many sort of challenges he faced, including hard to recruit crew members because works are hard and they know lots of dangers ahead. So he had very hard, Rinzo had very hard time finding people who are willing to help him. But his trip, he was always single Japanese there and always depend on people, local indigenous people about almost everything, like even how to live in that climate, how to find firewood, how to find a way of everything he learned from them. So he was very eager to learn from local knowledge throughout this expedition. So, but finally, he was able to depart from Sakhalin to across that ocean to Todatsu, the continent. This is because he was able to join Koni, who is a chief of the village of Nivik tribe chief, and this tribe is going regularly visit Deren, which is Qin dynasty's trading post, to make tribute. So he Rinzo was able to join this trip. So that means, already local people has lots of frequent back and forth around that time. Just the Japanese authorities didn't have any clue about those things. So Rinzo is the first Japanese who visited that trade post, at least officially or formally. So this is a route, and I lost my notes. But anyway, so this map shows that the red line is Rinzo's route. So you can see left-hand side is southern part of Sakhalin Island, and left is both northern part of Sakhalin and Todatsu, eastern Manchurian area. So he sailed up north on the west coast, and the farthest he was able to is that red part on the Naoi, I believe. Then came back because he couldn't keep going to the north. So he came back to Laka, and that's where a small village called Nodedo, where he met Koni village chief and able to join their tributary sailing visit. So first on the way was southern route. So you can see that south route has some small land portion which they carried the boat and went down to the river. Then on the way back is make land north and return. So he was able to make all area which is not repeated area for himself. So, and this is actually Rinzo, Mamiya Rinzo's his own drawing of Sakhalin and Ezo map. Oops, I have to hurry up. So and then this is a enlarged portion of his map. So you can see the handwritings, but also his compass. So the orientation is northeast left and east is top. So this is different from today's compass orientation in the map. So now we are going to sailing from Soya to Deren. I will just skip this. But this is a part I just want to share. That these images are all kept when Rinzo returned and drawn by Murakami, and different book called Hokui Bunkai Yor, which was paired in the National Archives collection. So I just want to share these images which are not part of the manuscript I was talking about. And Rinzo himself mentioned that all his Saharin's observations are kept in this book. So, so this is a reindeer and another animal. So those two animals are foreign to him from Ezo. So he made point that. And now there are many drawings, illustrations about people and clothing or lives. So I just go very quickly selecting from this document called Hokui Bunkai Yor. So this is a southern part of Saharan Ainu people. And they winter this way. And apparently this snow-covered cave was warm enough that they didn't need to have fire inside. And they know how to thrive in the winter. And this is a one volume dedicated to dog and life with dogs. And as you see, very lovely pictures, and people really treat their dogs as if they're part of family and taking care of babies like this. And children like to play with them. But most importantly, dogs are great help for the people living there, putting the thread or even pushing the boat, or many dogs are very, very helpful to them. And now these are Orocco people, and it's northern, and it's all northern part of the Saharan, and very different from Arya people. And this is Giliac, which Smelling is the one Rinzo referred to. So again, their clothing and even hairdo, or but very different from other groups. So this is women nursing the baby, and apparently this region, they put baby onto some board and tie up, and the baby has very small room to move around, but still keep very quiet, apparently. So that's how this group of people raise baby, and also how the female workers on the field or brushing hair. Now kids playing on the field, or men fishing. And now this is a scene of Naniwo. That's the northern edge of the place where Rinzo reached. And then this is Nodeto, which is another important location for Rinzo, where he became friend with Koni. He is a chief of the village, and he became friend with Koni here, and then he learns a lot of stories about people there. Then finally, he was able to persuade to join their tributary trip at the end. So clearly, Koni was village chief. And this Haraida and Gashanda is a tribe status title bestowed by the Qing dynasty. So it's so loosely, but still they are under Qing's affiliate. They are affiliated with Qing. And this is Rinzo copied this OP certificate this village elder received from Qing dynasty, and Rinzo did copied, and this final official document, I believe Murakami carefully copied, including Manchu. It's a long text of Manchu followed from this page. Very impressive. And now these are what they used. And these are the how they camped. And I just go bullet train fast. And now 7 days they stayed in this Qin trading outpost called Deren. So this volume 2 is devoted to Deren, which is a temporary trading post, seasonal thing. And Rinzo observed about 600 to 500 people were there at that time at his visit. So this is a different, this is a Kenjobon edition of the scene of Deren and the trading post. That's just comparison. And this is Qin officials according to our manuscript. So interesting details. And so Rinzo met 3 Qin officials who came to that trading post and opened during the summer. Now, this is a Kenjobon edition of Qin official, as well as the name card which Rinzo was shown, and he again copied. And Kenjobon include this name card, but our manuscript that skip that. So this is how tributary is seen. On the left is Harvard manuscript, and the left is Kenjobon official edition. So you can make comparison about what's omitted or what's detailed. But basically, representative tribute black sable, which is Kuroten, which was very popular for the Qin official. So that was the tribute. And then in return, village people receive variety of things. Village head received nishiki, colorful brocade, while village elder received shusu, satin, and other attendants also received smaller items such as cotton and needles. Now, so visitors of 600 and 500 people are also mingled outside of the gate, like camping like this. And this is a scene of the trading post, and you can see Yenchin's copy is rather sort of quiet scene, but Kenjobon's has a very lively scene, and if you go detail, even people arguing and fighting and all kind trading goods and all kind of activities are happening in this place. So now this is one type of trading. Is the apparently Manchurian people really love this fur, black sable, so they so eager to get that this person even take clothes off, which was already wearing, but interestingly, Kenjobon and Yenchin's manuscript have slightly different take of that. And this is a boat. This is a boat where these Qin officials stayed, not on the camping on the ground. So, and this is a scene. Rinzo was invited to visit their boat, and that's how their scene is. And he enjoyed conversation, and also food was served, also drink and pork, eggs, fish and vegetable. And they communicated with enlightening Chinese character on page. And officials are surprised that Rinzo was able to read and write. They even suspected that Rinzo must be a Chinese, not Japanese. So they, oops. So this is Deren visit. I go very quick. Just I want to share this wonderful scene. Like this is when official wants to farewell event. And official wants to hug everybody, but Rinzo thought, oh, this is not my custom, so he declined. So, and this is a boat official return home. And this is a Santangre. This is a scene Rinzo saw along the Amur River up the north of mouth of Amur. And fishermen and single fisherman sailing into ocean, and another one is waiting for salmon to be trapped from the river. And Rinzo also saw many white whale here. So this is the scene. So just this is my minor conclusion, but Rinzo basically, it is said that Rinzo kept lengthy field notes during his expedition, but none are publicly located so far. And it is most likely that Rinzo's field notes contributed to Murakami's detailed and rich drawings and writing throughout the process of making the final documents, because Murakami never been to Sakhalin or never experienced what Rinzo had. So it was a miraculous collaboration. And also Rinzo's assignment was to survey borderland with Russia and China and in Sakhalin Islands. But Rinzo took a risk of breaking the law and enter the continent. He reported that most of Ainu and other local tribal groups in Sakhalin were sending a tribute to Qin dynasty. This was new and critical information for the Tokugawa regime. Oh, just this is the little thing. But so you may know or know that Philip Franz von Siebold, and of course he collected all many things, but including maps, and tried to smuggle out to Japan. And he was arrested or and expelled from Japan. But thanks to those maps he took out, the book came out in 1833, and Siebold recognized Mamiya Seto 1808. So this is the first, Siebold is a, okay, all right. But anyway, so this is the first time European knew about Rinzo's expedition. So thanks to Siebold. So thank you.
Very interesting. So it is really difficult to cut out, but we already stretched which in the beginning. And do you share your presentation after that or not?
What do you mean?
And this presentation.
Oh, slide?
Yeah.
I'm happy to.
Oh,
Yes.
so it's really good to know about that anyway. And really sorry about that. I just pushed you.
Sorry,
But
yeah. There's so much to talk.
We have some coffee break and with Benda there. So please ask question to Kuniko-san directly there. Thank you.
Thank you.
And sorry for online